She got the gun on me. He about to hit me with the car. Call him. I'm telling. Get the license plate. Get the license plate. Get the license plate now. Because you were never about to hit me with the damn car. You about to hit me with the car?
You fucking
both of y'all put the guns on me, okay? Call Richard back up to the police. Call Richard back up here now.
I got it. Don't you fucking jump behind my car.
No, I ain't jumping behind your car. I was walking. Your husband was hitting me.
Get the fuck back!
Do you see that? Do you see that? They both pointed that gun on me. He was trying to hit me with the car when I was going back. You seen that? And then when I hit his car, he wanted to jump out the car and put a gun on me. That is crazy. Trump making it real comfortable. Call the police. No, don't go anywhere. Call the police. 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 You about to hit me with the car. These motherfuckers.
So why didn't I hear about this in high school nor in college? Y'all know who this is? This is Harriet Tubman, a former slave that escaped and led the Underground Railroad, where she freed and liberated 300 slaves. See, that's what they teach you in high school and in college. But there is so much more to this woman than they ever would teach you. This woman is an absolute badass. Not only did she lead the Underground Railroad, but she was part of the Northern Union Army. She started as a nurse and a cook, and then became a recruiter for the army and a spy. She was the first woman to ever lead an army expedition into war. And during that expedition, she liberated and freed more than 700 slaves. Why doesn't public school and college teach you that shit? Is it because she's a black woman that accomplished a little more than you white men want to admit? I bet it is.
Here are things happening around the world right now that literally nobody's talking about. And listen to this one, because this one's very important. Guys, Yemen is currently going through one of the biggest humanitarian crises around the world, and literally nobody's bringing it up. It's a complete mess over there. Hundreds of thousands of people have died, and guess what? That number is not stopping. It's only growing really fast. Share this, the world needs to hear. Now in other news, apparently NASA's funding a major search to go find aliens in a different universe. Finally, Latvia, a country in Europe, actually put up a 20-foot statue to honor all the healthcare workers around the world. That's pretty sweet.
A black hotel worker was attacked by a white couple. He called their names, including Monkey. The man and his girlfriend reportedly barreled down to the lobby and attacked her with multiple punches to the head and kicks to the back. She says he used racial slurs as he pummeled her. Watch the full video in my bio.
Karens. We've all seen them. If you're a manager, you've likely engaged with one. These middle-aged racist white women have seemingly found themselves in any social setting that they can disturb. Some say Karens date back to the Triassic period. But where did this meme originate? Welcome to meme history. It all began in 2017 with a haircut, the recognizable staple of the American Karen. Now Karen applies to a multitude of white women that make people extremely uncomfortable for many reasons. Complaining about non-issues to cutting holes in their masks so they can breathe better. Some have even gone as far to call Karen a slur towards white women, with some women named Karen changing their name from Karen to Karen. But this meme has even made its way into our laws. After making a fake 911 call claiming that a black man was threatening her life, the California State Assembly introduced a bill that would deem these fake calls a hate crime and named it the Caution Against Racially Exploitative Non-Emergencies Act, or the Karen Act. But we're sure she'll still find a manager that she can complain to about that.
This officer is unlocking my car. They just illegally entered my car. And I'm being forcefully removed.
Take a look at me. I'm a fucking specimen right here, buddy.
Sir,
you have gotten on my last
My
nerve.
hands are up on camera.
All right?
I'm in no threat
You're
to these
gonna get your ass whooped in front of fucking Lord and all creation. I'm gonna give you one more chance.
I'm being threatened.
You can bring that with you. I'll let you film the whole thing.
I'm being threatened
No,
right now.
I'm giving you a
and
chance.
I am not doing anything.
I'm giving you a chance.
I feel unsafe. And I'm in no threat to these three officers. My hands are up. I am doing nothing wrong to provoke anybody or anything.
You're under arrest for disobeying the lawful commands of an officer. I'm giving you to the count of 3.
This officer has threatened me, and I'm making it known I am no threat to this officer. I've been threatened.
Watch the show.
My life is in danger. My life is in danger.
like that? You're petty like that!
Today, a U.S. District Court ruled the Dakota Access Pipeline must be shut down and emptied of oil within 30 days. A judge found that the federal government had unlawfully approved the project without a full environmental review. The 1,172-mile-long underground pipeline carries oil from North Dakota to Illinois, where it's then transported to coastal U.S. oil refineries. It's been in use for 3 years, despite fierce protests from the Standing Rock Sioux tribe and other indigenous communities in the U.S. and around the world. The tribe has warned that the pipeline could harm sacred lands and pollute local water supplies. The Obama administration had halted the project, but the Trump administration reversed course and propelled it forward. A new environmental review could take up to 13 months, signaling a major victory for the Standing Rock Sioux tribe.
Say Black Lives Matter, because this country does not treat black people's lives like they matter, which means this is life and death for them every single day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Every day.
Our group is so incredibly fucking fast at grabbing tear gas and throwing it back. We got fucking leaf blowers coming in, blowing as much wind as we possibly can. This is incredible.
We'll be here every day! Every
fucking day! Round 4, I just totally burped tear gas. Round 4 complete. We fucking win. I do have paint on my umbrella. And I got shot in the face a couple of times. Portland Police Bureau has just been notified. We're about to get pushed on the outside of this gate. Portland Police and the feds have been collaborating. Anything anyone has told you has lied. Ted Wheeler has fucking lied. We're about to get pushed by the police.
I get so annoyed because people are like, oh, if you support Trump, you're racist. Oh my God, right? So annoying. Right? And it's not like Trump's racist. Like, it's not like he's like said like all black people are lazy or anything like that. No, he did say that. He did. Oh, well, I don't know. It's not like he said like, oh, like all Mexicans are like criminals or rapists or anything. No, he said that too. Oh, I don't know. People are also like, oh, like if you support Trump, you're transphobic. But it's not like Trump has ever done anything to trans people. Well, he did ban them from the military. Oh. I don't know, but people are also like, oh my God, like, if you support Trump, you hate immigrants, but, like, Trump doesn't hate immigrants, right? Well, actually, wait, he did say that they all come from shithole countries, and there are actually kids in cages currently as we speak, now that I think about it. Okay, wait, why do we support him? I don't know.
You know, George Floyd didn't actually die, right? You know, it was just all a setup by the Democrats. Yeah, they set it up so that they could make Trump look bad. They really want to make him look like a white supremacist. So they set it all up. He's not actually dead. And they're just trying to make sure that he doesn't get reelected in the fall. That's what a family member said to me this weekend as we sat across the table at lunch. And I had to shut it down. All lives cannot matter until Black Lives Matter. Did you forget that I'm married to a black man? What is wrong with people?
Hey everybody, got a favor to ask. Shut the fuck up and put on your mask. Shut the fuck up and put on your mask. Shut the fuck up and put on your mask. Save a human life with a menial task. Shut the fuck up and put on your mask. Look at their numbers, look at our numbers. Shut the fuck up and put on your mask.
And they want to throw God's wonderful breathing system out the door.
Shut the fuck up and put on your mask. If you say they're killing people, then you're dead wrong. I really shouldn't even have to write this song. If you trust Trump, you can kiss my ass. And shut the fuck up and put on your mask. Everybody! Shut the fuck up and put on your mask. Shut the fuck up and put on your mask. Save a human life with a menial task. Just shut the fuck up and put on your mask.
I don't know if you guys remember this girl who went viral for being racist, but I just want to talk about something real quick. She was kicked out of her school, but she was a pre-med major. Now imagine if she wasn't kicked out of school. Mind you, this girl is also homophobic. People of color and the LGBTQ community are discriminated against in the medical field every single day. We literally cannot trust the people who are meant to take care of us to actually take care of us. Story upon story has been coming out of Black women dying during childbirth because the nurses and doctors don't take them seriously when they try to report complications. There was a study done that literally reported that medical students think that Black people do not feel pain the same way that white people do. The medical field is not a place where we can allow racism and discrimination to exist, and it shouldn't be that hard for people to understand that.
This is Willa and Charles Bruce. In 1912, they were able to purchase a property in Manhattan Beach. Black people had limited access to the beach, so the Bruces built an all-Black resort called Bruce's Beach Lodge. The resort had a restaurant, a dance hall, a fishing pier, and it started attracting a lot of Black families to the area. This angered much of the white population of Manhattan Beach, and Black people were harassed, beaten, and the KKK even set fire to the lodge. In 1924, the city revoked the land that the lodge sat on, and the Bruce family and all African Americans were run off the land. The lodge was destroyed, and the land sat vacant for years, eventually being turned into a public park. In 2007, nearly 80 years later, the area was finally recognized for its history and was renamed to Bruce's Beach.
More than that, what is the skin tone? Yeah, it looks pretty toned. He probably uses some astringent of some kind. Tone, color, skin color. What's his race? Whoa, that took a weird turn. Sir, I just need you to describe the suspect. Well, his skin color, if you have to ask, apparently we live in a world where we have to ask about that. Oh, you see everything through the prism of skin color. It's a dark white. I don't even know what that means, sir. Dark white skin. What? Take the shade of white, darken it. Good few shades. Okay, sir, I'm not sure that I follow. Black! Okay? The suspect is black! Is that what you wanted to hear? He's black! Okay, please note that the caller did not use the proper term with person of color. Oh, piss off!
I have Black Lives Matter on the back window of my truck where my daughter sits. She's 8. She FaceTimes with her friends from school because she hasn't seen them since the beginning of March. And she tells me this morning that her one friend that she talks to all the time tells her that she needs to take that off of my truck. And my daughter says, I can't. My mom wouldn't like that. And the little girl tells her, well, Black lives don't matter, so you should take it off her truck. So when she told me that, I told her right away, you can't be friends with this girl. I don't care how much you like her. I don't care. You're not going to be friends with somebody who is taught that kind of hate. And I'm going to talk to her mom about it, and I'm going to explain to her that you guys cannot be friends anymore. It just blows my mind that a parent would actually teach her kid that. And then we had a conversation via text, and it really isn't that surprising after all.
Whack all the way around. His hand is broken in 2 places and will require surgery. Chris David has bruises up and down his body after being struck by federal officers during a protest in downtown Portland this weekend.
I had no intention of leaving until I had to. And I wanted to show that I was not doing anything provocative or aggressive. I was just standing there with my arms by my sides. That's all I was doing.
The 53-year-old Portland man had never been to a protest before, but after seeing news accounts claiming federal officers in unmarked vans were arresting protesters without probable cause, David decided he wanted to chat with them about it. So Saturday night, he headed downtown.
I put on my Naval Academy sweatshirt, my Navy wrestling hat, and my backpack with all my CV patches on it, because I was hoping that some of them were veterans, and that them seeing me as a veteran would allow us to actually talk.
David said he stood on the street off federal property.
The one person who doesn't wear a mask, holding your phone up with your face turned away so no one can spot you. Can we get this lady out of here, please?
No, they're not going to serve you because you're not wearing a mask. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, dummy. Just put on a mask. Don't be such a moron. You selfish piece of shit. Get out of here. You're so selfish. No, because you're putting all of us at risk.
Oh, you. Come on, you grow the up, lady.
You think that mask is going to protect you? You fart off your you can smell it?
Dude, just
you think that mask is going to protect you?
Just grow up. Grow up and get out. Thank you.
I'm going on a rant here about Asian racism because it's so normalized in today's society. Y'all say it's a joke and call us snowflakes when we have a problem with it. First of all, if you're going to be racist towards Asians, I want you guys to stop watching anime because last I checked, we created that shit. And let's talk about the colorism that comes in cosplay. Why is it okay for white people to cosplay as Asian characters, Asian created characters, but it's not okay for black people to do it? That's colorism right there, first of all. Let's talk about y'all making fun of Asian people eating weird shit. Because last I checked, seafood is weird shit. Y'all eat oysters like it's nothing. You guys eat freaking cow. Come on. Y'all think it's so disgusting for Asian people to eat balut or something of the sort like that, yet you guys turn around and eat sushi, which is raw fish. Okay? And you guys drink our boba? Or let's talk about the fact that you guys are racist towards Asians on an Asian-made app. It's made by Chinese people, yet you guys want to be blatantly racist towards us? Or the fact that you guys appropriate our culture all the freaking time.
You want to see some white privilege? So Mira Costa High School had a graduation walk or a graduation ceremony. None of them are using masks. None of them are social distancing. And you're probably asking, how is this allowed? Well, let me tell you, baby. Apparently some rich white lady and her daughter were so inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement, so they used a Black Lives Matter protesting permit to make it happen. Again, a Black Lives Matter protesting permit. Because of the Black Lives Matter protests that have been happening in that area, which one of the organizers went to and was inspired by, the police wasn't going to stop any large gatherings in respect of the Black Lives Matter protests. And yes, this is considered white privilege because a white woman and her daughter used this privilege of being able to protest for Black Lives Matter. And it obviously wasn't a Black Lives Matter protest. Congratulations to a class of dumbasses.
Hi, we're at Giancarelli's Bakery and a fight has broken out among a bunch of customers and they're all screaming at each other. No, it was physical as well. Yes, they were physically fighting. They're all still in store. No one's touching each other at the moment, but they're still screaming now. I don't know, honestly. Someone said something to someone's kid and now she's screaming and then I don't know, someone pushed someone and yeah. I think one of them is leaving. No, the younger kid is leaving and the other folks are still.
Did you know that people even refused to wear masks during the Spanish flu outbreak in 1918? Local governments even closed schools and public places and passed initiatives mandating that you wear a mask or some form of face covering. Most people complied because it was for the greater good. But in cities like San Francisco, they even formed an anti-mask league. Cities passed ordinance that would even fine, imprison, or even print the names in the paper of those individuals who refused to wear masks. And like today, there was violence. Too bad they didn't have the internet in 1918 to shame mask slackers.
So there was a lot of people who are bullying and being racist to this Asian lady who was just eating her cultural food on TikTok because it looked nasty. Maybe because I'm African, y'all bully me for my food too. It looked nasty. But let's not forget in this country, America, people are eating roadkill. As in, the dead animal on the floor, people are picking it up and going to eat it. So you will not sit on this internet and then harass somebody else for their own culture when this is what's happening in this country. Y'all just think it's funny because racism towards Asian people is so normalized. It's not funny. Let's not pretend people don't eat nasty things all over the world. But when white people do it, it's gourmet to you, right? The French are literally eating snail. Caviar is literally unfertilized fish eggs. Just because it's not your culture doesn't mean it's nasty. Shut up! Shut up! Just because it's not the normal pizza, hot dog, and hamburger doesn't mean you get the rights to be rude. If it doesn't look good to you, nobody asks for your opinion. Mind your business.
Today, my manager, who happens to be white, asks me if I get offended by the name Redskins. I obviously said yeah. I think it's very offensive. And I'm 100% Native American, and the name Redskins has never been okay with me. He then asks why, and I'm like, it has to do with history, where the name came from, what it means, and how the name is just used for entertainment. He asks me if I think Mount Rushmore is racist or if I get offended by it. Yes, I do. He's like, really, Mount Rushmore? Yes, Mount Rushmore. It's like, that's not racist. You cannot tell somebody that it's not racist when it offends them and it deals with their culture or their people. Also, we're not your personal history books. Don't ask me.